Hi, Aries, and welcome to your monthly zodiac reading here, okay? We are actually working with my Halloween decks, which I absolutely love the opportunity to use these for the month of October. As you can see, I'm in a different space. It may be a bit noisier here just because of where I am, so it's not going to be quite the same as when I'm at home, but hopefully it doesn't make any difference. Spirit is where spirit is, so... and they're with me right now for you. So that's all that matters. We have Tarot and Oracle here. We're going to talk about maybe some of the challenges you're facing, some positivity. You can embrace things you need to work on, what you need to avoid, that type of thing. We're going to have live Tarot and Oracle at the end as well. So again, like I said, please excuse if there's a little bit of noise coming in. All right. Let's get started though with the challenge you may face, okay? And this is coming into October. This is maybe even going out of October that you could be already involved in this, facing this challenge. It may not have happened for you yet, okay? But what we have here is potions and spells. And I'll tell you another thing, Aries, with these readings for this month, a lot of repeat cards. So Spirit is really wanting to get a message out, and they are like, they want it out to everyone. So I'm just going to say sometimes the cards take on a different meaning. It depends what tarot card comes out with them or what comes in, but still very similar. Anyway, I just wanted to say that. So we have potions and spells with justice. And this is a challenge you may face. So what I want to say here with this, let me just tuck this underneath. It's always easier when I do it like that. With the potions and spells, what I want to say, I had this come out in another reading and it come up with, not wanting to maybe follow the rules, not wanting to follow the recipe. Instead of using a pinch of this and a dash of that, it was a handful of this and a handful of that. And it was wanting to be too controlling. Okay. And I think I feel the same way here. I feel more so as in it's a control issue. So a challenge you may face is something coming up that is really going to make you feel like I need to control this. I need to have the narrative on this, whatever it is. Because is it that you feel that justice needs to be served in some way? Or is it just justice as in you want to take control of it? Maybe it has to do with someone else, and you know the consequences of their actions isn't going to be that great, or it's how can I say it? The consequence of their actions won't be good, and you can see that, so you kind of want to step in and help, but I feel like they're going to be fighting you a little bit, Aries. So that may be the challenge that you face, where to really where to set that boundary with them, right? Like where you're not overstepping. So we may come back to this. If not, definitely the message there. Let's look at positive energy to embrace and enjoy. And we have Skull of Darkness, blind spots, with the Nine of Cups. Okay, there we go. It always happens when these cards come out and I'm like, they want you to embrace your blind spots? What? That energy? No. What they want you to do here is to be aware of your blind spots. Because if you're aware of all of the energy around you, then, oh, see, I feel like it's tying back here. You're aware of the energy that's around this situation, and it's why you want to step in and help. But they want you to embrace being able to see the blind spots. That's going to have a positive effect for you. So that could be separate message somewhat. Oh, I don't know. I feel like they're tying together yet separate. So If you are able to embrace the positive energy of seeing through the blind spots, whether it be in your life in general, in a certain situation, whatever it may be, you may find that it's going to be best for you in the long run. Okay, we're back here. You're concerned about someone else in the long run. Here you're concerned about you're concerned about someone else here, and here you're concerned about yourself in the long run. It will be positive. All right, let's go to negative or shadow energy to work on. And we have Wolf, and this card has come out. And what I said, it was kind of an aggressive, it was to embrace your fire, to embrace that aggressive lone wolf side to yourself. But here we're talking about negative or shadow energy to work on. So maybe you want to work on that lone wolf stance that you may have where, you know what, I don't need anyone or anything. For others, it could be that you need to work on maybe that fiery, aggressive side of yourself because it's a little too much with the Knight of Cups. Ooh, and that changes things too, which is in a relationship, okay? In a relationship, are you maybe trying to find love, or maybe in romantic situations, new or old, it doesn't matter. Are you being maybe a bit too aggressive in the pursuit? Are you maybe being a bit too charming, a bit too romantic, right? There's something here that maybe you're just being a little too much, or you're not giving enough. And if you don't give enough, then you're not going to see the fruition of this relationship. So, quite a few in this one for you, Aries. All right. So, just take it as it resonates for you and in whatever area of your life. It could be a creative passion or pursuit that maybe you're attacking a little too aggressively. Okay. What you need to make room for, Aries. Oh, we have Kitchen Witchery. I haven't had this card yet, but I love it because doesn't it just remind you of fall and Thanksgiving and Halloween, right? Look, the pumpkin pie. I've been talking about pumpkin pie. I've been talking about pumpkin products. I can't help it. Tim Hortons has a pumpkin spice muffin with cream cheese in the middle, and it's, yeah. Anyway, really good. So, they want you to make room for abundance. They want you to make room, because I said Thanksgiving, to be grateful. But where? What kind? What are we, when we say abundance, what are we talking about? The Fool. Oh, I love this. Okay. They want you to make room in your life for a new beginning, because that new beginning is going to bring in abundance in some way. Could it bring in abundance in money, possessions, friends, new relationships, new groups, whatever it may be? It's going to be new. So they want you to make room for it. What can you get rid of in your life? Whether it's, again, friends, groups, actual possessions, what is it that you can let go of that you no longer need, or what no longer serves you, to allow this newness to come in. Oh, Aries, this is good. What you need to avoid. We have Night Song here with Hidden Talents. I love it remember I said when the cards come out like this, because sometimes it's like, what? How does this work? Now, Hidden Talents with the Emperor. So what do they want you to avoid here? I talk about the Emperor sometimes. There's a positive and a negative, or a light and a shadow to everything. And with the Emperor, what I want to say, Aries, which actually represents you in the zodiac, all right, just so you know. But sometimes the Emperor, he embodies all of the King's energy. So being wise, emotionally balanced, clear-headed, really smart, hardworking and prosperous, and a great leader and a passionate leader, and inspired by everything. That's the good side of the Emperor that you want to embrace. Sometimes, though, the Emperor can be a bit calculating, maybe a bit too disciplined, or a little too authoritarian, or a little too aggressive. So what I feel here is, and with that comes you maybe putting up walls, like, because, you know, it's my way or the highway, or, you know, I don't want to be hurt, therefore I'm shutting off emotion, and, you know, I want this, so I'm aggressively going after it. What they want you to avoid is putting up walls and cutting yourself off, so that your hidden talents, it literally could be a hidden talent, right? Music, singing, maybe you're really good at building, maybe you're really good at online creation, website build, I don't know what it could be, anything in your life that you're good at, but they don't, or it could just be you being you, your authentic self. Don't hide it. You need to avoid hiding that or putting walls up around it, because Aries, you need to be passionate, and you need to be able to go after what it is that you want without any boundaries. Okay? So I want you, I guess, to take on the good Emperor energy in order to be yourself and to not have any blocks or walls up. What opportunity should you seize or grab a hold of? We have St. John's wort and marigold. This card has been coming out too. With the 9 of lightning, or the 9 of swords. I almost feel this is more of a message, like cautionary or advice, as opposed to actually being what you need to grab a hold of, because this is anxiety and frustration and sleepless nights, and I had mentioned St. John's wort. With the advice of your doctor, please, medical advice, go for that. But this is a couple of things. St. John's wort, I said, is good for mental health. It does help with that. I'm sure it helps with other things, but I do know that. Marigold pushes things away. It's a bit of a protector flower, because you can use it with different vegetables to keep certain bugs away, or I know it kind of maybe repels bees or mosquitoes. I can't remember exactly. Certain types of bees, not all of them. But so again, I think if you allow yourself to stay up in your head, you know, overthinking things, becoming frustrated and anxious and all of that, and you don't take care of your mental health, and you don't take those walls down, you're not going to be able to see your opportunities come into you. Okay, because you're going to be way too caught up in yourself and whatever's going on. They're going to just literally pass you by, and you'll be like, how did I miss that? How did I miss that opportunity? It's because you were too busy thinking about, and this almost reminds me, I know it's a flower, the marigold, but of the brain, right? You were so busy focused on some sort of what I want to call negative energy in and around you, that you were missing the opportunities. You weren't able to grab a hold of them because of that energy that you were in. Okay, so let's go now. Oh, this card flipped over, so we'll take it. The 8 of bats. Same idea as the 9 of lightning, or the 9 of swords. The 8 of bats is the 8 of swords, okay? So they really want you to avoid feeling tied up, feeling confined, feeling restricted. If she were to turn around and maybe do a few spins, this loose mummy wrap, but it would come off. It's a choice you need to make for yourself. And you may need a doctor's advice or help with that if it is a mental issue that you may need medication for. Please see your doctor. I feel that has been a message that has come out over a few readings now. So you're not the only one, and it's great advice, right? Okay, let's get a couple more here for guidance, advice, clarification, confirmation. Again, here's the Emperor. I love that it's coming out, and I'm literally putting it on top of the other one. This is just a reminder. This is just driving home for you, Aries. Embrace that positive Emperor energy. Remember, wise, calm, diplomatic, emotionally balanced, smart, intellect, mental clarity, being inspired, having great ideas, being passionate, being a leader, having abundance, working hard, all of those things, that's what they want you to embrace. Let's get one more here. The Five of Imps. Yeah. Again, maybe for some of you, some of these situations in and around you, it's because you have, and this Five of Imps has been I'm getting tongue-tied, has been coming up in multiple readings for the past month now, where it's that little gnat, that little mosquito, that ant at the picnic, the wasp in your soda, in your drink, your can of pop, your beer, whatever it is. They're like attracted, and they just can't help themselves from being a pain in your butt, really, okay? And it's any type of situation, energy, what have you, okay? So they want you to literally keep swatting that energy away. It's not serving you. It isn't any good for you, okay? So that's just a reminder. And you yourself, don't engage in it, Aries, okay? Because I know sometimes Aries can be a little passionate about things and, likes to take the lead. But you know what? In this case, that energy and those people or situations are not serving your highest purpose. I'm going to do a split here now for an... well, I just dropped all the cards. So that didn't work out. And my little crystal that I keep here at the bottom. Let's try that again. A split for an oracle card here. Additional guidance, advice. Best possible decision. Okay, I may be holding the cards back here too far. I'm so sorry. I'm not used to this setup. Best possible decision. Artemis, goddess of the bow, help me see what must be known. Okay, help you to see through these imps that are bothering you, right? Helping you to see big picture here, that if you decide to go and take this new beginning, and that you clear out what you no longer need, that you don't try, pardon me, maybe to control things. If you're having a lot of anxiety or mental health issues, that you go and get them taken care of, okay? That's just bringing, that you become aware of it, or that you're okay with it. Let's do one last oracle card here for you, Aries, before we go. And it is what? It is going to be Time to Shine. Creates the energetic resonance for golden opportunities. I love that. Oh, and marigold. Okay. So I love that. This is your time to shine. This is your time to, have what it is that you want. But we always have things to work on. So some negative shadows that need to be worked on, and then some other things that are very positive that you need to grab a hold of and make room for. So I hope that you enjoyed this, Aries. If you do, please throw me a thumbs up. If you liked it, if you like the energy, if you like my Halloween decks, please do that. Interaction with the channel helps in any way, okay? And that can just be the way I read. It could be the cards I'm using. I love themed decks. So, please throw me a thumbs up for that, or comment. And if you are new here, please subscribe. I want to just say, I bring through some pretty awesome readings from Spirit here. And, I would love for them to get out to other people. And if you know someone who may need to hear these messages even, please share the video with them. Or someone that that isn't or hasn't been introduced to my channel, share my channel with them. Thank you so much, Aries, and I will see you in the next reading.